you have no idea who it is?
Yeah, he just appeared out of nowhere.
What does his driver's license say?
His license says McKenna.
Henry McKenna, the millionaire? His plane went down a week ago.
Yeah, he said there are still some survivors left. He and the pilot left him behind to find help, but the pilot didn't make it.
Thought I'd find you here.
Hi, hon. What can I get ya?
I'll have what he's having, and give him another one that's on me.
I could pay for my own.
The way you look.
What are you doing here, Trent?
Kenna wants to see you.
I thought he was dead.
Didn't you hear? He's alive. He turned up about 10 days ago.
It's a goddamn miracle.
Come on, Frank. No miracles don't happen in this day and age. Just drink this shit.
Serves its purpose. So what does the old man want?
He's got a job for you.
I don't work for him anymore.
This assignment is right up your alley.
Whatever it is, I ain't interested.
You don't have much choice. He's not asking. Now, come on, let's go.
And if I don't?
Oh, you'll come all right, or I'll drag your unconscious body out of here. I'll be outside.
Natives, Bantu tribesmen, pygmies, they've all got stories. Stories of a long-necked, water-dwelling animal of elephantine proportions. They call it Mekele Mbembe, something you'll need to remember. You guys think this is a herbivore or carnivore? You?
Herbivore.
Herbivore. Good. Now, most Western scientists believe this is a sauropod, something that lasts 65 million years ago. I.e., folks, Pangea 1 through 5, which we discussed on Monday, floods, dust storms, you name it, he survived it. Go ahead.
Yeah, in this day and age, with all the technology that we possess, how could something that large have possibly eluded mankind for so long?
The biggest misconception that human beings have is that we've colonized every corner of this globe. The fact of the matter is, we haven't begun to take a look at certain parts of this planet. Take the Congo region, for example. It's 50,000 square miles of dense, and when I say dense, boys and girls, this is jungle. This isn't some backwoods, let's go take a nature hike with Ma and Pa. This is jungle. Expeditions as early as a year ago have uncovered the Cresslus mangabe, a species of monkey. So to answer your question, absolutely. That'll be all. Don't forget about the quiz on Monday.
Frank, glad you could make it. Sit down.
Oh, it's good to see you again, Henry.
I'd like to introduce you to some people. This is Claudia Lassiter. She's a nature photographer and a wildlife documentary filmmaker.
Hello.
She's in China right now, so we've arranged for her to join us through a satellite link. This is Dr. Sebastian Harris. He's the anthropologist and head curator for the Chicago Museum of Natural History.
Pleased to meet you.
This is Dr. Dana Barish. Now, she's the former head of the San Diego Zoo and one of the top veterinary doctors in the country.
Hello.
This is Darren Jones, chief designer of my technology division.
Hey.
And finally, Marcus Freeman, a representative from the International Society of Cryptozoologists. Everyone, this is Frank Proudfoot, former park ranger, expert field guide, and member of the Yakama Nation. Thank you. Now, before we begin, you will find in front of you here some paperwork. It's an agreement of confidentiality. It's a formality, I know, but I have to insist that everything discussed in this room today be kept secret.
Mr. McKenna.
Yeah, please, Miss Lasser, call me Henry.
Henry, I'm a little confused. I was told this was about some sort of wildlife project. What's with all the secrecy?
Now, I promise all will be revealed in time. Please, sign the form so we can get on with this. Now, if you all turn your attention to the monitor. Miss Lassiter, you are receiving this?
Yes.
Good, good. What you see was taken by a surveyor team outside the Modoc National Forest in California. The creature drinking from the creek is an alleged Bigfoot.
Where did you get this?
I have my connections. What do you make of it, Dr. Harris?
It's obviously a man in an ape suit.
So, you believe it's fake?
Obviously.
What are you talking about? Look at the muscles in the neck and the shoulders. Look at the human expressions on the face. This is a fake, it's the best I've ever seen. Makes the Patterson film look like a cartoon.
Also a hoax.
Is that the real reason why you called us in here? To confirm the authenticity of this footage?
I've already had the tape analyzed. As far as my people can tell, there is no signs of computer manipulation or any evidence of a man in a suit. No. I asked the 6 of you here because what I have in mind is a little more appealing.
And that is?
I want you to track one down.
You're serious?
Mr. McKenna, Henry, why would a man of your social standing and intellect risk his reputation by entertaining such nonsense?
Because I had my own personal encounter with a Sasquatch.
You mean you actually saw one of these creatures?
As you know, a month ago my private jet went down in an uninhabited area of British Columbia, stranding myself and my crew in the woods without food and water for nearly a week. My pilot and I took off from the rest of the group in order to find some help. Unfortunately, the pilot died 2 days into the journey. Just a short time after that I came across 2 creatures that I believed were Bigfoot. They walked upright and they stood at a height of about 8 feet.
Did it occur to you that they could have been some other kind of large animal, bear, perhaps?
Bears tend to protect their own territory. No, these creatures, they followed me. They toyed with me. They observed me for days, watching my every move. They demonstrated an intelligence and a cunning equal to any human. They terrified me.
Surely the lack of food and water could have caused you to hallucinate.
Yeah, I've known Dr. Harris here for some time. He's known for his skepticism.
What exactly are you proposing?
I'm willing to fully fund an expedition whose goal will be to prove the existence of these creatures. Now, I chose you because you are all experts in your own fields. There is a remote area of Washington State known as Devil's Canyon. It's a hotbed for Bigfoot activity. The chance of finding one there is highly favorable. Frank here will head the group. Mr. Freeman, our resident cryptozoologist, will act as advisor. Dr. Harris here will provide an unbiased opinion. If we should come across any evidence of any of them, Dr. Barish, your expertise in animal behavior will be helpful if we do come across one. Miss Lassiter here will document it all for us. With the assistance of my own Mr. Jones here, you will be provided with state-of-the-art tracking and surveillance equipment, night vision goggles, the works. And if you accept this invitation, I will grant you a substantial amount of money to be used to further whatever project once this is complete.
McKenna, if you're serious about this, the ISC has people who are a lot more qualified than this. And your interest is exactly what they need to kickstart the research forward.
Well, no. This is going to be a private operation. No one outside this room is to know of it. What would my shareholders think if they knew that I was using company funds to fund such nonsense?
Well, let's say, hypothetically, that such creatures do exist, and that we can find one. The only acceptable proof would be to actually bring back a specimen.
It would be a small population, probably at the point of near extinction. Killing one just to appease a few skeptics would be an atrocity.
She's right. There might be only as little as a few hundred of them in existence. I won't have any part of it if that's the case.
There are other ways to bring back evidence besides a body.
And capturing one is not an option.
I agree.
So then what do you intend to do?
We tag it with a homing beacon. You mean like with whales? Correct. I've invented a tracking chip which can be implanted under the skin via air gun. It's not going to hurt the animal. It'll just think it was stung by an insect.
By implanting a homing device on one, we can track it anywhere. With its ability to elude us impaired, we can find out if there's more of them, or we can observe them, learn their habits, and their social structure.
You do realize this could take weeks, months even. I mean, first there's the problem of finding it, then we don't know if we can get close enough to tag it. I've been out in the field for months with no success.
They probably have a keen sense of smell. I photographed animals who can detect body odor a mile away.
That's where this comes in. It's a scent inhibitor. It emits a synthetic pheromone that masks our body odor from detection. As long as you don't make any noise, they'll never know you're there.
Well, do we have an agreement then?
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I have to admit it sounds intriguing.
Are you sure this isn't going to be some high-tech hunting party?
You have my word, Doctor.
Then I'll do it.
Frank, you haven't said a word this entire time.
Bigfoot? You must have gone off the deep end, Henry.
I need you, Frank. You've grown up in that area. You're the only one that knows it.
Listen, if you want me to guide these fools of yours into the woods, I'll gladly do it. But you know what I want.
Done. You'll have the papers from my lawyer in an hour.
Well, Henry, this isn't like you to give in so easily. You must be getting old. Either that or something in the woods really did scare the shit out of you.
Will you do it?
Are you coming?
No.
Good. I'm sure your boy Trent here wouldn't mind tagging along.
Good.
Smile, guys, I'm filming you.
Okay, that's one down.
Harris, how's it going on your end?
Everything's fine. Look at this equipment, you wouldn't think we were funded by a millionaire.
Frank, I still don't have audio.
I'm getting ready to rig the sound equipment right now.
Alright, people, we're hooked up and ready to go.
Hey, Dana.
Hey.
Have you seen Claudia?
Yeah, she's up by the campfire.
Be back in a sec here.
Yeah, I'll be waiting with bated breath.
So how's it going?
Not really good.
Maybe we should have tried cat food.
What?
I know a field researcher who does intelligence tests on primates. He leaves 2 cans of cat food out overnight. One opened and one unopened. Just in case other animals get into it. In the morning, both cans would be gone. The apes knew the sealed can had food in it.
So what you're saying is you want to replace $500,000 worth of equipment with cat food?
Just as bait.
That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
It's worth a shot.
Smile, guys, I'm filming you. So do you think it's out there watching us?
Maybe.
There's nothing out there.
Sure it is. It's right behind that tree over there, waiting for us to go to sleep. Use your imagination.
Imagination? Doesn't have one.
So, you're a nature photographer.
That's right.
Stills?
No, just film.
So have you ever done any work in this field before?
Bigfoot? No, I stick to small subjects. Birds, insects, things like that.
So have I seen any of your work?
I don't know, did you see the Discovery special I did on the Emperor Penguin?
No, I don't think so.
How about the one on the dangerous snakes of the outback?
Oh, I did see that.
Thank you. Alright, hold on. So what is a cryptozoologist anyways? I heard the term before, but I never knew what it meant.
It's a study of undiscovered species of animals, creatures that have been identified through folklore, eyewitness accounts, things like that, but haven't been proven by mainstream science here.
What it really is an amateur search to satisfy his own curiosity.
Amateur.
There are no universities that teach cryptozoology. There are no degrees in the field. All of your data is collected through private symposiums or from chasing around the world after the Loch Ness Monster or something. All you really do is hinder real science.
Harris, I've got a master's degree in paleontology, a degree in zoology, which makes me about as qualified as you. Only difference is, I didn't keep an open mind.
I have an open mind.
Really? So let me get this right. If a scientist comes up with a hypothesis based totally on speculation, it's considered plausible, but if a credible witness sees a Bigfoot, oh, God, he must be hallucinating.
I'll agree that there is a small chance that these creatures exist, but I don't think it's something human.
That's right. You see, Claudia, Harris here is one of the few scientists that thinks that Bigfoot is some kind of primate.
Humans are primates. I'm willing to accept that it could be a Gigantopithecus. Makes more sense than some giant man-beast out terrorizing campers.
What's a Gigantopithecus?
It's an extinct ape, around 8 feet tall. Some people think it migrated to North America around 300,000 years ago, and that Bigfoot might actually be this creature.
And until there's evidence to the contrary, I'll stand by that.
Okay, we have hundreds of cast footprints, hair samples, fecal remains, sound recordings, the Patterson film, which you obviously think is a hoax. We have thousands of eyewitness accounts.
I mean viable evidence.
Viable evidence. Okay, so say even if those testimonies were false, with the exception of just a few, I mean, don't you think that's enough to warrant consideration?
Yes, but a body is still the only evidence that will be scientifically accepted. Everything else is the stuff of the tabloids.
You know, this attitude that you and your colleagues have comes from total arrogance.
Just because a skeptic demands solid evidence doesn't make him arrogant.
Yes, it does.
I need coffee. I'll leave you two alone.
You and the others like you, you're so afraid to accept new evidence. You're so afraid of it that your logic supersedes you. So instead you're willing to go out and just slaughter one? Because that's the answer to everything, isn't it?
No, it's not the answer to everything. But Marcus, you and I both know that the only evidence that will be scientifically accepted is a body.
So, how's it going?
Good.
Do you want some coffee?
No thanks.
What's up with Trent? I thought this was a peaceful mission.
Trent just brings a gun along in case we run into grizzlies. He always scares them.
So, you grew up around here?
Yeah, there's an Indian reservation a few miles east of here. We used to hunt and fish this area all the time.
Did you ever see one?
What, a Bigfoot?
Yeah.
But I did hear some stories on the reservation. They used to call them the spirits hiding in the woods. Sometimes they'd see them observing them from a distance, but they didn't mean any harm. I guess they're just curious about people.
I have to admit, I'm a little apprehensive about doing this.
Why?
I don't know. I guess it was McKenna's big spiel about just observing. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. You've worked with him before.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And?
Nothing. We kept butting heads all the time. You know, we couldn't get along. One of us had to go. It was his company, so...
Frank, can you give me a hand for a minute?
Sure.
We'll see you later.
Frank?
I'm here.
What's your status?
The base camp is up and running. We should have the motion sensors around the perimeter in the morning.
Good, good. How are your people doing?
Darren showed them the basics of the equipment. The majority of them have field experience, so this shouldn't be a problem.
Good. Well, they're in very good hands. Listen, Frank, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your doing this.
You better just stick to your end of the bargain.
I will. McKenna out.
Well, nothing's happening.
Patience.
I've been patient for 6 years.
Now you're getting to be a real pain in the ass. I don't think a few more minutes is gonna hurt.
I'm gonna get some coffee.
No, you're gonna stay here, because any movement out there may scare off whatever it is.
Marcus, calm down.
Yeah, maybe we should pick it up tomorrow.
No, we're gonna stay.
Nothing's going to happen tonight.
Wait, I got something. It's coming from Sector 2. Let's see who's sneaking around out there.
Did you see that? Look, it looked like something passed right through the camera.
I didn't see anything.
Look, it was right there.
Shh. I'm picking up a sound.
What the hell is that?
That, my friends, I believe is our Bigfoot.
What happened?
I lost the picture. Don't worry, we still have the motion sensors tracking around the perimeter.
What?
I don't know. Something's not right. The sensors aren't responding.
Again?
I lost them.
What do you mean you lost him? Get him back!
What part of lost didn't you understand?
I'll fix it.
I'm trying.
Darren, this is one of the most significant finds in history, and you're blowing it.
Don't blame me for this shit.
You're the genius, remember?
Guys, can you please turn that down? It's starting to freak me out.
I can't. I'm monitoring it.
You can still record it, can't you?
Darren, do it.
Fine. Are you happy?
Marcus! God damn it! What the hell are you doing? Get back in the tent now!
Fucking hands off.
You son of a bitch!
What?
Don't even think about it.
What's your status?
Everything's fine.
I want you to report to me every 12 hours.
Understood.
Otherwise, you're on your own.
Trent out.
Frank! Look at this. Judging from the size of the print and the distance of the stride, I'd say it was over 7 feet tall. Marcus should make a cast of these.
Ah, shit.
What?
Something ain't right through it.
Like what?
I don't know, probably a raccoon or something. Really emits a high energy frequency that sometimes attracts animals. I think it's a mating call or something. Pliers? Ow!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know, I don't know what the hell I'm doing out here anyway. I belong in a nice lab someplace designing weapons, not out here in the wilderness freezing my ass off like fucking Grizzly Adams. It was quite an experience last night.
That is an understatement.
Yeah, what do you make of it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would have figured by now you've been pretty well convinced.
Yeah, well, after working so many years under one system, I can't just accept this at face value.
I don't know, Marcus seems to think he's got some pretty credible evidence.
Yeah, well, Marcus has a talent for fitting square pegs into round holes.
Oh, damn.
What's wrong?
There seems to be a problem with one of the sensors. It's probably just a power fluctuation.
Can you fix it?
No, I don't think so. I think the problem might be with the unit itself. Somebody's gonna have to go out there and take a look at it tomorrow.
Why don't you show me how to do it?
So then it ran off into that tree line over there.
Are you sure it wasn't a bear?
My God, Harris! You and your fucking bears. He's an Indian. His last name is Proudfoot. Don't you think he knows what a bear looks like?
Don't help, okay? This thing was standing perfectly still so it wouldn't be detected. When did you ever hear of a bear that could do that?
Frank, are you there?
Go ahead, Darren.
I think I figured out something. When you reactivated the broken sensor, that's when the Bigfoot appeared. I think by modulating the
sensor, I can isolate the signal.
How soon can you get operational?
Give me an hour.
Darren, you're amazing. I can write volumes on the amount of data we acquired last night.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Look, I'm sorry for blowing up at you last night. I was just caught up in the moment.
Don't worry about it, it's cool.
Motion sensors back up?
Harris and Trent are checking on them now. I'm running a diagnostic to make sure everything's okay on this end.
What about Captain America?
Probably burning down a village someplace.
We all have a purpose. You figured out what happened?
I think the luring sensor created a feedback loop and overloaded the whole system. I think I got it working now, though.
Hey, Darren, let me ask you something. How'd you get the sensors to emit that frequency?
What are you doing?
Going to pass some prints.
You know the rules. Everyone travels in pairs.
Let's go then. You want to hold my dick for me too?
Why are you so uptight?
What makes you say that?
It's the only time you open up your mouth is to bark orders at people.
My only concern is the safety of this group.
You know, you should really work on your social skills, Frank. A little conversation wouldn't hurt anyone.
I talk to people, just not to you.
Why not?
Because I don't like you.
Me? What'd I ever do to you?
You're irrational. You're out here to prove something. That makes you a liability.
Give me a fucking break, Frank.
You, Ken Harris, you're all the same.
Don't you even fucking compare me to that son of a bitch, Harris. I've dedicated my entire career to this.
All you want to do is come out here and make a name for yourself. To rub this thing in everyone's faces. What do you think's gonna happen once we find proof, huh? Every hunter in the world's gonna come out here looking for them. We should just pack up and leave them alone.
Hey, who the fuck's been messing with my computer?
What are you talking about?
Somebody's activated the luring sensor and I can't turn it off.
Who?
I don't know who, or I wouldn't be asking you.
You're the only one who knows how to do it.
I think I know who it is.
Son of a bitch.
Frank, can you read me? Over. Frank, is Marcus with you? Over. I can't reach you. Claudia, you're on walkie? Claudia, I need you to get back to base camp immediately.
All right, I'm back.
Why would he do this?
How the fuck should I know? He was being all nice to me, so I'd show him how this stuff works.
He catered to your ego. Imagine that.
I should have known that sneaky bastard was up to something.
What are you doing?
I think he killed one.
Go find Frank.
Calm down. I didn't kill it, I just tranquilized it.
Where is it?
It's over there.
It's female. Probably the one that paid us a visit last night. What did you give her?
Comedy.
Idiot. One shot of that can take down a rhino. Shot her 3 fucking times.
Is it alive?
Yes, but the breathing seems shallow. For all you know, that could be normal. She's pregnant.
What?
Look, see how the belly is sitting low? And look, she's lactating. Oh my god, she's going into shock. Help me! I'm losing her. No. No. You motherfucker!
Come on. Leave him alone.
This is a most unfortunate situation.
No shit, Henry. Wouldn't be surprised if you had something to do with this.
I can assure you I had nothing to do with Marcus's little deception. And trust me, he will be dealt with accordingly. How's your head?
I'm okay.
And, where's Marcus now?
He's out by the campfire.
And the body?
It was too heavy to move, so Trent and Harris stayed behind to secure it.
Have you done an autopsy?
No.
Dr. Barish, this is a very significant discovery. When we find something like this, we have to get as much information and evidence as we can.
Is that all you care about? How much data you can collect?
Of course not. But the best thing to do is look at this as an opportunity, not a tragedy.
The epitome of capitalism.
This was a living, intelligent creature that was murdered, not some opportunity.
The moral implications are irrelevant at this point. Now that this species has been exposed, it's up to us to find out all we can in order to protect them.
I don't have the equipment to perform a post-mortem, but a general examination confirmed my initial suspicions. She was pregnant.
Pack up your things. I'm sending a chopper to get you out of there.
How soon?
2 days, if weather permits. Dana. Again, I'm very sorry about all of this.
Yeah, sure.
Dana, wait. Listen, don't let them get to you in there.
Am I the only one around here who gives a damn?
No.
It must have been crazy to think they might actually care about something other than themselves.
Listen, your compassion is a commendable quality, but you're wasting your time if you think they care about what we're doing out here. They only see what they want, and they only care about what can benefit them. Believe me, I know.
You don't know what this was like. I saw the sorrow in her eyes as she slipped away. It was almost as if she cared more about the life of her baby than her own. I've watched animals die before. This creature, she was human.
Listen, why don't we get back inside and get some sleep because we have a long day tomorrow.
The hell do you want?
I need to talk to you.
Just leave me alone.
What you did today was totally unacceptable.
Look, save me the holier-than-thou bullshit, alright, Claudia? I've already heard it from everyone else.
Well, you're gonna hear it again from me, son of a bitch. You had no regard for that creature or the life it was carrying.
Look, don't you think I feel terrible about what happened?
So then why'd you do it?
Because I had no choice.
What do you mean you had no choice? Didn't McKenna put you up to this?
No. Look, I did this for myself, all right?
What?
Look, you don't understand. No other evidence would have been good enough. I thought that if I captured one, I would make Harris and all those other pompous assholes believe. All I wanted to do was to tell the truth.
You're gonna burn in hell for what you've done.
Hold on to this for a minute, will you?
Sure.
What's the matter with you?
I've got to pee so bad.
Just go.
All right, I'll be right back.
Hurry back.
What are you doing?
Calm the fuck down, Claudia. I was just wondering where you were going.
Pervert.
Besides, I'm not even into water sports.
Where is everybody?
How should I know?
What do you mean you don't know?
Look, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not the most popular guy around.
Dana, this is Frank. Dana, can you hear me? Dana! Shit!
I think they went to look for Claudia.
Come on, let's go find her.
Claudia!
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 I can't find her.
Claudia! Oh, God. Dana!
What's the matter?
I found Claudia. What are we gonna do?
Harris, hold it together.
Look, get off my fucking back, lady.
I think he's having an anxiety attack.
Yeah, well, fuck you too.
Frank, we need you over here now. It's going to be okay.
No, it isn't. We're gonna die out here.
We're not going to die here. I promise.
Where's Dana?
She's salvaging what's left of the food.
We need to stay at each other's side at all times. You got that?
That's it. We got one laptop, 2 headsets, 1 radio, the infrared. Snowmobiles are shot. I think the motion sensors are still functioning, but I need to link them with the computer.
What about the satellite link?
I'm still working on that.
Oh, this is great. So now we're just stuck here till the chopper arrives.
There's an old mining road about 10 miles from here. It's about a 3-day journey to the nearest town afterwards. I say we head for it.
McKenna's coming tomorrow.
No, he's not.
What are you talking about?
When I tried to access the computer, I found a message to Trent trapped in the cache. If we didn't check in every 12 hours, he was going to wash his hands of this whole operation.
Do you know about this?
No, but I'm not surprised.
You heard what he said at the meeting. He doesn't want his shareholders to know we're out here. All this equipment, it was all prototypes. He's reported it stolen and erased any trace of evidence of his involvement by now.
So what do we do?
I say we head for the trail.
So this thing can just run us down and kill us?
Not if we kill it first.
With what? Danny used up all of Trent's bullets.
I'll think of something, okay?
Oh, this is just fucking great, Frank! This is just fucking great!
This is what you wanted all along, wasn't it? A body to bring back home, show all your friends.
Not my fucking body!
Well, the sensors are still operational. If I can get them online, I can detect the son of a bitch when it gets close to us.
How are we supposed to hide from it, Frank? I thought this thing was supposed to mask our scent.
There's nothing wrong with the inhibitors. This thing is too smart to hunt us by scent alone.
I'm gonna go out tonight and look for it. You, Dana, and Marcus here will stay behind and monitor my movements.
How do we even know it's still out there?
Because you pissed it off.
Darren's almost ready with the sensors.
Good.
What are you making?
I'm gonna make an explosive arrow using one of Claudia's aerosol cans. If I can get 20 feet from that creature, all our problems will be over.
Listen, I'm going out there with you tonight.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
You need someone to watch your back. And besides, if I have to stay in there with those two, you're gonna have something more to worry about than what's out there.
All right. You better be careful.
Are you all right?
Can't believe I trusted McKenna again.
I take it this isn't the first time it's happened. Is that why you two had a falling out?
Partly.
You want to talk about it?
It's a long story.
It's going to be a long night.
When McKenna first started out, he was big into real estate. So he hired me to guide his surveyor teams around the world. Alaska, South America, you name it. Anyway, he was interested in developing some land that was owned by a local Indian tribe. It wasn't that much, about 400 acres. So after he bought the land, he found out that there was an oil field sitting on it. So I thought he should cut him in on a percentage, because now the land was worth 100 times what he paid them. So he fired me.
And the deal you made was for that percentage.
Probably screwed me out of that too.
Okay, looking good, Frank. Just remember, stay in the vicinity. I don't have
too much range anymore.
Gotcha.
Frank, looks like you've got company.
Where?
It's about 100 yards due south. Its movement's sporadic. Frank, it's closing in on you.
Go behind that tree and don't come out until I call for you.
Frank, it's headed right for you.
Frank, it's closing in.
Frank, it's gone.
Where did it go?
Frank, I've lost him. Frank, oh shit, Frank, I've lost him!
Look! He's not in the tent!
It's okay, it's okay, it's gonna be all right. Come on, it's all right. It's gonna be okay.
How do we get here?
I keep asking myself the same thing. For what it's worth, I'm really sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Well, there's no use dwelling on it now. Our only concern is to get out of here alive.
Marcus, have you ever heard of this happening before?
I don't know what we're dealing with.
What the hell could it be?
Over the years, we've discovered that these creatures exhibit certain traits for certain regions. A classification system was developed so that we could tell the difference between certain ones. The Bigfoot, like the female, is known as a neogiant. It's indigenous to this area of the Pacific Northwest. But this one, I don't know. A hybrid, maybe?
Hybrid of what?
It had different color fur, which leads me to believe it may be a marked hominid. They've been known to violently attack when provoked. I've read cases where they've ripped guard dogs in half. I mean, I guess it's possible, with the population decrease, that a marked hominid could have migrated here and mated with a Neo.
And the result was this thing?
Maybe.
The sun will be up soon. We should get ready to leave.
Come on, you son of a bitch.